Today's daily LeetCode problem of the day is circular sentence number 2490. For this problem, a sentence is a list of words that are separated by a single space with no leading or trailing spaces. So, for example, hello space world, just hello, hello space world, hello space world. They're all sentences. They consist of only uppercase and lowercase English letters, but the uppercase and lowercase are not considered the same. So a sentence is going to be circular in this situation if the last character of a word is equal to the first character of the next word. The last character of the last word is equal to the first character of the first word. So, if we look at example 1, we have L and then L, so that's circular. E and E, circular. S and S, circular. And D, circular. So, the explanation looks at all the words, looks at their first and last characters, and then it comes to a conclusion whether or not it's circular. We're going to do something similar. So we're going to check for each word in our sentence the last letter of the word, and then we'll check the first letter of the next word because it's going to be separated by space. So how are we going to approach this? So we're going to split the sentence into individual words. We can then loop through each word and check if the last letter of the current word matches the first letter of the next word. And then we'll finally check the last letter of the last word matching the first letter of the first word to close the circle. So let's jump right into the code. First thing we're going to do is we're going to have a string array. And this string array is going to hold all of our words. So to create a string array like this, we're going to have to split our word by the spaces. And we can do that using sentence.split. And then we're going to select the space character as what we're going to split every word by. So we're going to split all of our words in sentence by their spaces. So now we have a string list or array of words. We're now going to loop through each word and check for circular conditions. So for int I is equal to 0 as long as I is less than words.length, then we can increment I. And we're going to get char last. Char is going to be equal to words of I dot char at words of I dot length -1. So we're looking at our last character in the word. So we're going to get the ith word. We're going to get the character at the words of I dot length. So whatever the words of I is, we're going to get its length and then subtract 1. That's the position of that word we're getting. And then we could get the next word's first character by taking char first char. Is going to be equal to words of I plus 1. But because we don't want to go out of bounds, what we're going to do is we're going to modulus by words.length. So modulus words.length dot char at 0. So how does this work? We're looking at words of I plus 1, so whatever the next word is to our current index. But then we're going to modulus by words.length, which is simply going to say, hey, if I went over, if we have 4 words and I plus 1 is 5, we're going to divide by 4. So it's going to have a remainder of 1, and that's what the modulus takes. So it's going to be back to the first word in words, and it's going to get its first character, completing the loop. Now that we have our last character and first character, if they don't match, we're going to return false. So if last char is not equal to first char, return false, and that's it. Otherwise, if we are able to break this loop, we can return true. So if we run this, passes our test cases, and if we submit it, passes all solutions. Could be much more efficient though. Anyways, thank you guys. Don't forget to follow for more daily LeetCode solutions, and check out my Instagram where I'm thinking about starting a Discord that's going to provide you with all the resources I personally use to learn, so you guys can learn with me. See you tomorrow.